All right, this is Nina Turner with Disney Generic. All right, Pete, this also, since this is generic, if you could incorporate the question into your answer, that'd be great.
Okay.
Pete, the first one's up for you. What is the origin story of Soul?
The film the origin of this film really started by thinking about my own kids and wondering how was it that when the moment they were born, we could already tell kind of aspects of what made them unique and specific. Obviously, we didn't know everything until they grew older, but there were definitely things in there like personality attributes that we're all born with. And I know, like, my sisters and I have the same parents. We grew up in the same house. We're very different from each other. How is that? Where does that come from? So we just started thinking around about what makes us who we are. Where did those things get baked in? And we came up with this idea of the great before, a place where our souls were given all those aspects, and went from there.
Pete, describe the soul world, how you figured out what it would look like, the unique characters we find there.
The soul world is where all of us, before we became flesh and blood, we were given our personality attributes, be that inquisitive or flamboyant or whatever who you describe yourself. So it's basically a bunch of pavilions that souls wander through, and then once they do, they're given traits of curiosity or adventurousness or whatever those. So all of that's planted, of course, before they go to Earth. And end up wherever they do in China and Europe, the United States, whatever. You know, those souls all come from the same place. And I think at our core, all of us are after very similar things in our own lives that we're trying to figure out. What is it that makes life worth living? What are the things that really bring joy and fulfillment to all of us? And I think that's one of the themes that was really heartwarming as we worked on it, was those sort of realizations of how similar we all are, though the world is full of great differences, very meaningful differences, but at the core of it, we're all human.
Pete, explain how this isn't a story about pursuing your dreams and reaching for the stars, and how did the story of this film affect how you view life's little gifts?
I think we've all been taught from when we were little that, hey, life is about having these passions and goals and going after them with guns ablazing, and that once you get there, I guess the inference is everything will come into place. And so often that's not how it works out. Whether you make it to that goal or not, it doesn't fulfill all your dreams and answer all your questions. And so this film was really our chance to challenge that deeply held belief that all we have to do is follow our dreams and yet also embrace it at the same time. So I think there, like all things in life, there's complexities to this, and this film was a real gift to us in that it allowed us to really ruminate on this for the 4 years that it took to make.
Thanks, Pete. What did Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey bring to their characters?
Like all the characters that we have created, the actors bring so much to the role. In the case of Joe, Jamie Foxx has amazing dramatic acting ability, comedic chops. He's a great musician. He has this passion and energy. All of those really brought Joe to life. In the case of 22, Tina Fey has this very witty, semi-snarky ability to just kind of cut through anything you want and just skewer it a little bit. She's incredibly smart. And so she not only voiced the character, does a great job in her acting, but also helped to write the film as well. And it was a dream come true to be able to work with her on that.